Before buying a property in Spain, the most important document you need is the NIE number. This is your Spanish ID as a foreigner. Whenever you want to buy a property, open a bank account. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get the appointment yourself, all the documentation you need. But if you're watching this video and you say, hey, I want you to do it, we do it for you for 150 euros anywhere where you are in Spain, especially if you are in the province of Alicante. We can go in person, but if not, we can get you the appointment and prepare everything, so you just have to go and sign it from there. But as I said, I'm going to teach you how to do it, so let's go to the office because...
Well, very quick, you have to visit this website, very important for the last screen. I need you to get your passport number, your name, your birth date, and your nationality. This is for the last step. Here you choose the province. In our case, it's Alicante. So you choose Alicante. Recommend you read everything in every screen. You translate it to your language. Basically is what I will be saying in this video. Here is where you choose the office. In our case, it would be Dénia, but you will see that it's very complicated. You saw right there, asignación de NIE. That's also very important because it's what you're going to do. And here is the data that I told you about. So with this done, you can book the appointment.
Now, the question is, which documents do you need to get the NIE number? Pay attention. Bring your appointment confirmation on the day because often security will ask it at the entrance. But the most important thing here is to be patient because when you try to book the appointment for a NIE number, you will see that it's really hard, especially if you're trying to book an appointment from one week to the other. Another thing that I would tell you is that if you are in Benidorm, for example, because you want to buy property there, you should also try with other offices like Alicante, Dénia, Gandía. This way you have more options. I recommend you try it for yourself, and if you have any problem, we work on this so we can get you the appointments pretty fast. If we do it for you completely, it's 150 euros. If we get you the appointment and prepare all the documents, so all you have to do on the appointment day is go there and give the documents and receive the NIE, it's 100 euros. Besides the passport, you must also bring a photocopy of every page of the passport, and do it even if you are from an EU country. If you are a non-EU citizen, this is mandatory, but I recommend you do it anyways because even if the requirements for the NIE are something official and standardized, the truth is that some offices change a few things, and sometimes even inside the office it depends on the officer. This is one of the things that I tell my clients. The more things you bring, of course I'm not going to tell you to bring the birth certificate because they're not going to ask for this, but it's important to have everything ready so that same day you can leave the office with the NIE number. The form EX15. This is the NIE application itself and the most important document. You can technically pay it online, but I strongly recommend you paying it in person. Here's how. You print the form, go to one of the approved banks listed on the website and pay the fee there. The bank will stamp your form, and without that stamp, your application won't be accepted. If you're in Spain, go early in the morning because queues can be long, and if you try to pay on the same day as your appointment, you might not make it in time and have to rebook. You might also need to explain why you're applying for the NIE number. Most of the times it will be for buying property, but it can also be for paying taxes or just open a bank account. Now, the question is, can you still get the NIE number if you're not in Spain? And the answer is yes, and there are two options. The first one of them being applying through the Spanish consulate of your home country. Be careful if your home country has different Spanish consulates because not all of them process NIE applications. And also bear in mind that once your application is submitted, you must wait 3 to 4 weeks to get the official appointment. On the other hand, you can also get it without being in Spain, but in Spain through a legal representative using a power of attorney. This is something that a lot of our clients use because it's very typical that they come to Alicante, CostaBlanca, they look for the property, they come to us, they hire us, and they go back to their home country. What we do is that during this week, we meet in Dénia, for example, or another place where there's a notary. Well, there are notaries everywhere in Spain. We arrange the power of attorney, and something that you should know, my father has been a real estate lawyer for over 30 years. We charge nothing for the power of attorney, and we follow only written instructions, and it only affects your matter in Spain. So don't worry because this is 100% safe. But once the power of attorney is granted, we just have to go to the office, to the NIE appointment, to get it or you the help, and we will prepare everything. If you are already abroad, it's also possible to prepare the power of attorney from your country. It's usually a bit more expensive than doing it in Spain because we have to coordinate different notaries, but we will help you handle it in the simplest way possible. You can contact us via email, WhatsApp, or our website, and this way we can get in touch. Let's finish with a few important aclarations since these are questions that I get all the time. Many people ask, is it better to apply for the NIE in Spain or through the consulate? As I said before, getting an appointment in Spain can sometimes be difficult. So if you already know you'll be traveling to Spain and you plan ahead, or if you live close to a Spanish consulate in your country, that can be a very good option. Just keep in mind, it will usually take 3 to 4 weeks from your appointment to receive the number, while in Spain, if everything is in order, you normally get it the same day. And the answer is no. Once you're assigned a number, it's yours for life. However, one thing you must do is register it with the Spanish tax office, Hacienda. That's essential if you're going to pay any taxes or complete legal procedures in Spain. Once it's registered, you'll be in the system and ready to handle any transaction. For example, paying property tax or capital gains tax later on. As you know, we are lawyers and tax advisors in Spain specialized in real estate and taxes for non-resident. We help our clients get the NIE number because it's the first step before buying a property in Spain, and regardless the NIE, I strongly recommend that if you are buying or selling a property in Spain, you hire an independent lawyer, especially if you're buying, because the seller or the agent or the seller's lawyer might hide some things from the property that can cause you problems. I'm not talking only about physical defects that the property might have, but also things that could prevent you from selling the property in 5 or 10 years or devaluating the property a lot. For example, let's talk about tourist licenses. Now, a lot of people want to buy property in Spain because of this, but regulations have changed a lot. So even if you see that the property has a tourist license, you need a lawyer that checks everything, and this is very important. So yes, this is my piece of advice. By the way, we're lawyers and tax advisors, so if you need help buying or selling a property in Spain, we're here to help. My name is Daniel Bertomeu, and I work alongside my father, a lawyer in Moraira and Dénia with over 30 years of experience. I also recommend you following me on my social media, such as TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I have one more thing to say. If you want us help you get the NIE, you can write me a WhatsApp, write us an email, and we will start looking for the appointment immediately. But bear in mind that if you want a consultation about other stuff, such as taxes, relocating to Spain, buying a property in Spain, I stopped offering free consultations. Now, the consultations cost 90 euros VAT included, but you will get a 50 euro credit for the next service. This way, I assure that I have time to dedicate to the clients that are serious about this, because especially since I make videos per YouTube, a lot of people write me, lots of them are just curious people, and I also have time for these kind of videos. By the way, if you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate if you leave a like, share it, and well, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned, because I only talk about real estate, taxes, and things that are of interest for people that have property or are considering of buying property in Spain. My name is Daniel, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye, and thank you for watching.